Shamai, how's it going? You ready to kill a monster? I'm not. I'm ready to be killed by a monster. Let's go. Oh. The den.
You're on a path in the wood.
Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
The goat is here. I bet there's so many voices that I haven't met, and I simply just keep getting the stubborn because I'm too fucking bullheaded. He's such a G though. We have this now. We have this. We've won. We've won.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
The difference is we have the stubborn with us now. We won't die as long as he's here. He won't let us. He is too angry to die. He's too stubborn to die. He's too determined to die.
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Get him, King.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
No, doesn't work that way, buddy.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And you always do, my guy.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here.
Shiver.
Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
What, us or the narrator? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oh yeah. He did refer to that. He knows this time.
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Yes. Okay, what's the plan?
Like I said, we're going to fight her.
I guess that's all we need with you around, I guess.
But we're so small.
Nuh-uh.
We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop, that's all we need to put her on the defensive.
Yeah, it's true. We gotta make her prey. Okay. I don't want to leave. I want to fight. That's different than it was before.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt.
Between the stubbornness of the stubborn and like the instincts and reaction of the hunted, we've got this shit, man.
If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin.
Dude, we've got this. There's no better team. You've got the hero, the hunted, and the stubborn. We absolutely have this.
Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much.
You know that we've died twice.
Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. But especially for you.
Then again, I'm pretty sure the stubborn did mention that she killed us twice.
We don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
Absolutely, I believe you too. Okay. No matter what happens next, it seems like all of our answers are at the cabin. Let's see this through.
You make your way down to the cabin.
Ooh.
Your fated confrontation awaits.
The cabin...
You know what to do.
The cabin looks wildly different this time.
We've already been over the plan.
I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Yes, it does.
It's a better plan than you had last time.
I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing.
Help. Who kept us... That's the point. I'm thinking about... I forgot about one goat there was. Who was it? Was it the one that kept us going, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves? I can't remember which guy that was, but he did a great job too. The paranoid? I think it was the paranoid. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all.
Oh, it's embedded in the stump this time. And we have the mirror.
The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Absolutely.
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Yes, sir.
Great. That mirror's back. And it's where the door is supposed to be.
Can we
What are you
smash it?
talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
Oh, so we're the problem.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Yes, sir. Take the blade.
Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. One step closer to ending this.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That
Absolutely.
mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It went away after we reached out to it last time. Might as well try wiping it clean again. What's the harm?
Smash it!
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black.
Fuck's sakes.
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend.
Did she carve this herself? I'm real curious. Like, she was a pretty crazy monster before. She's only going to be crazier now, and I can't even imagine what she's going to look like.
It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety.
Despite that, I think she knows that I'm here, and I think she's already stalking me.
Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Say nothing and silently proceed down the stairs. If I gotta do this, I've gotta become the hunter. I've gotta fight like she does.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
I don't like. Okay, that means she's probably got her eyes on me already.
It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Do we? Step into the shadows, ready to fight.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
Okay, so the plan would probably be dodge, then counterattack. So rely on the hunted, and then go in with the stubborn.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows.
Oh god, that's so cool. She's just like an even bigger version.
You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
I didn't have to do anything. It just did what I wanted it to do. That's fantastic.
See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
She hasn't talked I don't think she can talk at this point. She might just be purely animal now.
Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury, and beneath it all lurks something far more primal.
Yeah, you're nothing but a beast now.
Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly.
I'd like to see her try.
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity there is the clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence.
Oh yeah. It's kind of a shame that she has nothing to say though, but like I said, I don't think she can anymore.
And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows, hers quickens, her wounds mending as she licks the blood of her prey from her dripping maw.
Oh no, I guess I'm dying now. But the stubborn should be able to do the same, right? The stubborn is... Stubborn's just like pure human potential.
So she really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
We're gonna start... We should take a bite out of her.
Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit.
Okay, if you say so, dog.
We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct.
Ooh.
She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening.
Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
I'm gonna eat her. I'm gonna embrace instinct to become an animal too.
You hurl yourself towards the princess's body, carving into her not with steel, but instead with tooth and claw. You are a blur of bloodied things that tear and rend.
The hunted will become the hunter, motherfucker.
Yes. Yes. We are not prey. We are more.
Yes, sir.
The princess howls in fear and outrage as you peel away a chunk of her flesh. But as the bloody meat slides down your throat, you feel invigorated. Your wounds burn less. You feel faster, more responsive.
Yeah, we do better when we play the princess's own game.
Again, the more we take of her, the less she will be able to take of us.
Yes, sir.
There is no time to rest if you're to do this right. She tries to bat you away with her massive paw, but as it smashes into your ribs, you clamp your teeth around the limb. You give her no time to react before snapping it from its joint.
Oh my god, that was so crunchy and wet.
The princess pulls back in pained shock as you crunch through bone, devouring the arm that was part of her. It's part of you now. Your wounds heal.
That's disgusting. I don't want to do that.
Sorry, bro, it's all part of heroism.
You were the one who asked if we could do this, and if it means we win, well, we have to win. Victory demands we do whatever it takes to claim it.
Even the stubborn's on board. This is why I love this guy. What a guy. Oh man.
I didn't think it would be so dehumanizing.
I mean, we got like claws and feathers. I'm not sure we are a human, my dude. We're some kind of gargoyle demon thing.
But we feel bigger than her now, don't we?
Yes, sir.
The feeling doesn't linger. As you choke down the last of her severed arm, she lunges, taking advantage of the distraction. In a frenzied flash of blood and feathers, she rips into your side, swallowing another piece of you.
I love her little antlers.
Weakness returns. Her arm starts to mend itself, fresh claws sprouting from developing flesh.
That's so cool and nasty.
We can't be small again. We have to take more. We have to take it now.
Yeah, tackle her.
You descend upon her again, jaws gnashing, desperate to regain your power. You both lose yourself in the rhythm of the feast. You devouring her, and she devouring you, mending and bleeding and consuming in an endless cycle, on and on and on.
Come on, just one more bite, then we'll have her right where we want her.
Looks so cool. And yeah, I agree.
Am I really the only one who's not on board with this? I'm gonna be sick.
I'm sorry, my guy. We just gotta do what we gotta do. We can't just give up.
The more you consume, the more the lines that differentiate you and her begin to blur, the flesh of your bodies twisting into warped reflections of what you swallow. You have to snap out of this. You can't destroy her if you lose sight of yourself.
We are the predator now. There is nothing to do but embrace our true nature.
I mean, it's gonna save the world if we do.
But words fade into hollow vibrations as you and she continue to tear at each other in the darkness. There are no beginnings. There are no endings. There are no moments of calm. There is only savage violence.
It's crazy how, like, nastily we've both healed up. She looks particularly insane. But I'm pretty sure some of my fingers grew backwards. Oh, looks like the hands are ready to take her.
Did you say no endings?
But he doesn't respond. He's gone.
But how are we supposed to know if we won?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a big victory at the end, but I guess if we're just going to both fight here, healing forever, I guess that makes sense.
We have won. We'll never die so long as we keep eating. We can be forever.
But you and she are separated, your flesh ripped from where it joins together, before forever can come to pass. You lock eyes. You see a new emotion there, shame. What have we done, they ask. Aww. Is my body gonna be... My reflection in the mirror is gonna be fucking crazy. You don't get the opportunity to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. I am so excited to actually see it. For the first time, it has to be different, right? We're gonna be like a big mesh of flesh, surely.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Don't worry,
There's
son.
that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
As always, I'm gonna just say it's gonna be fine.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Don't worry about it, you'll be back.
That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Can we smash it again? I'll see you on the other side, it's gonna be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
We're gonna go somewhere nice.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Oh, you're gonna be, as always, anything for you, King. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Oh, my hand seems fine. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all? Wait, what the fuck is that? But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Oh, it's time for this. Okay. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Hello. A crack slides down in the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. There he is, I see him. He's got a lot of eyes. He's like a literal photo of a raven. Let's see. Got some questions. I've met you many times. Have you been the same? Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design.
Oh, I like your teeth. They're pretty cool.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
I'll be awake soon? What do you mean? Okay, so a bit of them exploded as well. So I guess I have a limited amount of questions. I have a lot, there's so many questions too. And what is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Okay, so I'm the Long Quiet. Wait, I thought this place was the Long Quiet. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it was even a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied,
So are you one of the versions, or are you like the Big Daddy?
perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
How many more questions do I have? Like, what, 4 or 5?
Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Okay. In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought that all of this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Let's see. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
But that just sounds like she was only going to kill the world because we told her that. Otherwise it would be fine from the sounds of it. You just looked away because you're scared.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
She's just a monster of her own making in that case. So many options. But this Jesus. I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of
I
dying.
mean, we're all gonna die eventually. There's like 20 questions. if she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just, like, will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
Could I have done that before?
And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
How did you die? I assume you just destroyed yourself, right? And just kind of implanted a bit into me.
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
I wish I could know about the dagger. The pristine blade seems, I don't know, important. It's always the pristine blade. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
2 more questions. What would it be like to live in a world without death?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
That doesn't sound like growth, though.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Like, that's, like, as nice as that sounds, that also sounds like it could be a type of hell. I think you're out of time. I don't know whether I should. I'm not gonna kill her. I'm not. I'm gonna keep her alive. Things need to be able to change. There's always time for change. Thing is, do I tell him that, or do I tell him to rest easy? Do I just lie to him? I'm not gonna kill. You deserve to know. I'm not gonna slay her. I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. My time is up.
Goodbye. You are pretty funny.
I'm just an echo. And every echo fades away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Okay, you're making me... I'm starting to reconsider. No, never mind. Although this is pretty horrifying.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hello.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Did you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
See, when you say it like that, I feel like you got bad intentions. But I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature. isn't it?
I don't know. I thought I was pretty active. I just took a lot of advice from my homies.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's see. A lot of options. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Let's see. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
You know I'm too dumb to know what you're saying. You realize that, right? In fact, you have to know that.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Okay.
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows.
Oh, I have to kill you, don't I? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay.
But we had a dance unfinished, and in the pitch black of the earth we found it, a ravenous symphony of death and rebirth. The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
Shit. Oh shit. Okay, fuck. Alright. Fuck. Right. Oh, shit. You have done nothing but lecture me since I got here. That's all you've ever done.
What you mistake for lecture is merely observation. I only want to help you. You can vainly struggle against me, or you can follow the rhythm of our movement and find our freedom. It pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Yeah, exactly! You never say shit! You just talk around in circles with words I don't understand. I'm too dumb and stubborn!
If my words feel meaningless, it's because words are meaningless. If it feels as though I lecture you from above, it is merely because you have refused to climb after me and find where you belong. The
sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
You were fantastic. I really liked you. Yeah, you're just gonna keep... Yeah, you're just gonna keep yapping. It doesn't even matter what I say to you, because you're just gonna keep telling me your perspective like it's some universal truth.
The only universal truth is that there are no universal truths. There is only you and me, existing in relation to the other.
I was on your side. I can't believe you managed to talk yourself out of a deal.
And I will not stop our dance until you understand.
Oh, is that right?
A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale?
Is this the one that was trapped by the smitten? Wait. That's me. I'm from the princess's perspective this time.
You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
Yeah, exactly. At least... I'm just going to keep rejecting their authority. It was so much better when I was with your vassals. Even at their worst, they still heard me. Yeah, at least they would actually react to things I would say. At least they kind of, like, I could understand them. We were communicating at least, even when they were, like, trying to fuck me up.
They are mere fragments of a whole. They bought into delusion because none of them were able to see past themselves. What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, you still have who you started with. A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Whoa, a red option? Even when you reduced me to nothing, you could not rid yourself of me. But I was able to rid myself of you. I've never seen a red option before.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing me. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
My bro is here! Oh my god. I'm so hyped. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here.
Is the stubborn here?
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. can take you to her heart.
This is the big problem, right? Hopefully we can convince her, because the thing is, I agree with the message. You have things need to be able to change, transform, but I don't agree with her. I don't trust her for shit. That's the problem. The message is good, the person isn't.
It's time to resume our dance.
And if I can't get through to her, I'm gonna have to kill her. And I don't want that.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Then let's go.
Oh.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Princess. Huh. I'd say we're back where... Yeah, I guess so. And the narrator's not here. Are you going to be our narrator this time?
Do you need me to describe things?
Yes, please. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
The stubborn will make his way back to us for sure. He always does. If there's anyone I trust to get here to help us out, it's going to be him. The Smitten's probably having a great time in there. Fuck that guy, though. If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin for me, for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Yeah, it broke.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
I've never agreed more with you, mate. Let's take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yeah, but it never put us on a good... It never did put us on a good foot, isn't it? She was always a bit more angry whenever I entered the room holding the knife. Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
That's a shame. Yeah, I did like him. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
He was essentially just a voice of the narrator. Like, he was essentially just another chunk of me, like the voice of the hero. Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I think she sounded really sweet then, didn't she?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
So you're not even, like, gonna entertain the idea of change, which seems wildly weird for setting that's meant to like represent transformation. There we go.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Was she not sweet on the first one?
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Maybe I misremembered. Hello.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
You're not chained up this time, which is unusual. You're pretty fucking indignant, though. But are you a vessel, or are you just the whole deal now? Well, you're the heart, I guess.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
That would be nice, but... Wait. The fact that you're even talking to me means we're getting somewhere. You would normally talk in circles if you were the whole thing. Sit with her. We can sit with her for a bit. Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
So you didn't even feel like yourself out there? What are we gonna do?
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
I don't know if I can trust you, though. That's the problem. I mean, when you're like this, I feel like I can, but when like you're the big horrifying thing, I feel like I don't even think that you believe your intentions are bad, but you are. I would not trust you.
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right?
Right?
So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
Then we're just all gonna start this again.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
That's not gonna lead anywhere, though. That's almost the same as when the Echo, the narrator, was describing like paradise. That sounds just like that, and that sounds hellish.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't want that at all. Yeah, why would resetting it do anything to help the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer? And we're just gonna find ourselves back here eventually. Yeah, we're gonna find ourselves back here eventually if we do that.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
I don't want to do this forever, I don't think. Which is crazy because all the other times I was willing to fight forever. I was willing to sit at that dinner table forever. I was willing to fight that beast forever. But for some reason, the idea of doing this forever seems horrible. Shit. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to suffer, die and suffer? That's normal, though. Death and suffering is part of nature. Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Oh. I mean, I don't want to say that because it's more than likely I'm gonna... I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Slay the princess.
You and me both.
Yeah.
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out.
I think I've just thrown us into another type of hell, quite frankly.
Despite our differences, I've always loved you. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, all the best to you two. You blink, and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Ain't that the truth? Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her, once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
I think it's just me and you now, my guy. Maybe the stubborn will appear. He usually shows up eventually. No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Alright, let's go home. Is there even a home? I think we're just going to stay in the long quiet forever now, aren't we? You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
Yeah, not really much here, is there? There it is, that's where the cabin should be, that's the hill. The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas. There is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensations in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled, bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. Okay, let's ascend to a very sad godhood. Maybe if I am a god, maybe I can bring back death if I need be. Which I think I will. Not in like a devastation way, just in a natural way. But it does not yield. I can't break out.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Let's do it, bro. Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. Then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that stained your hands countless times over. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't have worked out like this if I hadn't built her with so many violent vessels, and I especially feel bad that the damsel was stuck in there with them. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
I knew he would come back, he always does!
This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
I'm glad you're here too, man.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad that I told him that I kind of told him that we weren't gonna kill her, and then that was the last thing I told him before he died, and then I did it anyway. I'm not feeling great about that. I wish maybe I just lied to him, and then at least things would have worked out.
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
When you were gonna didn't you betray us at one point?
That wasn't very hard at all.
I wonder if the Smitten's dead for good.
Speak for yourself.
Well then, I guess the only thing left to do is figure out what happens next.
The Smitten really isn't here. This is perfect. Wow. They did so well. And it was made by such a small team. Was this really everyone who worked on this? 6 people. Yeah, and then the rest is publishers. Fair play. Quality is sure. Okay, so there were more people, but... Wow. What a great game. I feel like it didn't affect me this much before. I guess when you're doing like a let's play, you kind of rationalize things out loud, and it's kind of it's kind of a different feeling to think something and then to like say that thing out loud, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a level above. It's like a confirmation of your thought. I know how daft that sounds, but yeah, no, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. I'm probably going to do another playthrough at some point, but I probably won't do it immediately. I feel like this game kind of needs time to you kind of need like a bit of a cooldown period, because then you kind of won't. I feel like if I played this again now, I would kind of rush through it, and I feel like I wouldn't kind of give it the attention it deserves. So I think for this game, this is just going to be it for now. Yeah, and then I'll come back to it another time. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice feature. Oh. Return to main menu. Should we check the memories before we go? We encountered quite a few of them, didn't we? And there's so many things here that we just didn't see. What else do we have? All the different me's in the mirror. Can I, like, see all the different ones? Oh, they are slightly different. Standard, fat, slimy, skinny. Huh. I guess you really don't notice it until you see them right by each other. And there's so many here, too. And there's so many... Jesus. There's so many ones I never even met. I still feel so bad for this one. Man. Oh, let's check that. Oh yeah, we took off that. Okay. And I would say that's that. When I started this, I said I was probably going to make each one about 20 minutes long. But what have we had? We've had... Most of them are 40 minutes, and then a couple that are an hour, including this one. And that's probably one thing I'm bad at. That's probably the one danger of not editing things. I certainly hope this hasn't been, like, too much to watch. I know how important time is. After all, we only get 24 hours in a day, and I understand it's a very big ask to ask for one of those hours, a whole 24th of your day, but I appreciate it all the same. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.